Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everyone. We are from Group 5 Introduction Linguistic. Today we will present the result of our group work entitled Pragmatic in English. But before starting, let us introduce ourselves. I am Seliandi Shafira.
I'm Muhammad Rehan Isan Syaputra.
I'm Sarah Skylila.
Okay, for the first material, it will be explained by Raihan. Raihan, please welcome.
Okay, thank you. Then I will be explain what is pragmatic in linguistics. Pragmatic in linguistics refers to the study how context, including social and cultural factors, influence the meaning of language, goes beyond the literal interpretation of words to consider aspects such as speaker intention, confessional indicator, and the effects of context on communication. Essentially, fragments explore how language is used in real-life situations, the convert meaning effectively. Skip yang itu boleh skip.
Saras ya?
Misal yang itu boleh skip.
Okay.
Coba di skip dulu.
Nah, so synonym for pragmatic. As pragmatic is a field of linguistic study, there isn't direct synonym for the term. There are various aspects for pragmatic, such as implied meaning and speech act. The aspects are important in understanding the field of pragmatic as a whole. Then antonym for pragmatic. There are no direct antonyms for the field of pragmatics. Pragmatics is one of 7 linguistic frameworks which build the foundation of linguistic study. These are phonetics, phonology, morphology, grammar, syntax, semantics, and pragmatics. Then for the example, akan saya serahkan ke Saras.
Okay, the next material will be explained by Saras. To Saras, please welcome.
Thank you. What are some pragmatic examples? Pragmatic consider the meaning of in a social context and refer to how we use words in a participial sense. To understand what is being said, we must examine the context, including the physical location, and take note of social gesture, such as body language and tone of voice. Some of the different pragmatics, example, and contextual meanings and see if they start to make more sense. Example 1, imagine this. You and your friend were sitting in your room study and he said, "It's hot. Could you open the window?" If we decipher it literally, your friend asked you to break the window, to break it. However, in view of the context, we can conclude that they were, in effect, asking for a small opening of the window. Example 2 and 3. Imagine this. You're talking to a neighbor and they look bored. Your neighbor kept looking at his watch and they didn't seem to pay much attention to what you say. Suddenly they said, "My God, would you look at the clock?" The literal meaning of it is your neighbor tell you to look at the time. We could conclude, however, that they were trying to stay away from the conversation because of their general body language. Imagine this. You were walking through college and you meet a friend of a friend who said, "Hey, how are you?" In a case, it is unlikely that your friend will want to hear your good and bad week. The common answer is, "Thank you, how?" Oke, saya kembalikan ke moderator.
Okay. Thank you, Saras and Raihan. What are the different theories in pragmatics? Pragmatics, the cooperative principle. The cooperative principle is a theory by Paul Grace. Grace's theory explains how and why conversation tend to succeed rather than fail. Grace's theory is based on the idea of cooperation. He suggests that speakers inherently want to cooperate when communicating, which helps remove any obstacles to understanding. In order to facilitate successful communication, Grace says that when we talk, it is important to say enough to get your point across. Be truthful, be relevant, and be as clear as possible. This brings us to Grace's four maxims. These are the four assumptions we make when talking with other people. One maxim of quality. They will tell the truth of what they think is the truth. Two maxim of quantity. They will give sufficient information. Three maxim of relevance. They will say things that are relevant to the conversation. And four maxim of manner. They will be clear, listen, and helpful. Pragmatic politeness theory. Penelope Brown and Stephen Levinson created politeness theory in the 1976 to explain how politeness in conversation works. Politeness theory was built around the concept of saving face. This means maintaining your public image and avoiding humiliation. Brown and Levinson suggest that we have two types of face, positive face and negative face. Positive face is our self-esteem. For example, our desire to be liked, loved, and reliable. Negative face is our desire to be free to act as we wish, to be unimpeded. When we are polite to people, we are appealing to either their positive or negative face. Appealing to a person's positive face, making the individual feel good and positive about themselves. Example 1, you always wear such lovely clothes. I'd love to borrow something one day. Appealing to person negative face, making the other person feel like they haven't been taken advantage of. Example 2, I know it's real pain and I hope you don't mind, but could you please print this off for me? Pragmatic. Conversational implicator, something sometimes known simply as implicator, is another theory from Paul Grace. It looks at indirect speech acts. When examining implicators, we want to know what the speaker means, even though they haven't explicitly said it. Is an indirect form of communication. Conversa- Conversational implicator is directly linked to the cooperative theory. It relies on the basis that the speaker and the listener are cooperating. When a speaker implies something, they can be confident that the listener will understand it. Okay, that's enough from us. Thank you for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.